Alrighty, good morning guys. It is just before 5:30. Got to the job, been talking with concrete, lining everything up. Got here early because I need to get expansion up and a few extra tools out, take down the temporary pool fence. And I've been watching the weather constantly. And the hourly says we're fine, but this has me pretty nervous. It's moving right towards us. So I don't know if it's gonna break up over here and then scatter or lose steam or what. But we can't, we can only delay this job so many days in a row. This is day 3, or yeah, I don't even remember how many days of rescheduling this has been. So Luke's back's feeling a little bit better. He's gonna come drive the buggy at least, but that's still just me for finishing. So Chelsea's gonna hit edges and I'm going to smooth trowel it and we will see how this goes. A little nervous trying a new finish on a pool deck. That's not the place you want to experiment, but only one way to find out. Alright guys, concrete's here. Hey, did either one of you guys get my rebar hook out that I wear on my belt? No. Okay. Yeah, you have to get all that, pull it down so we pour on top of it. Eli, is the wire pulled everywhere? Yeah. Okay. With the hook? Alrighty guys, that was a lot of work, but we got it. It's 24 yards. We got the sand blast by the Select Etch by, I think it was Brick Form. I can't remember who makes it, but got the third lightest etching agent on there. Looks pretty darn good. I'm gonna go home, get the soft cut saw and the power washer, and we're gonna wash this tonight because it blew up on us. So need to get these control joints cut in there and get it washed tonight. That way we still have some exposure. That was a pretty big undertaking, and calling it a day. There's no gas left in the tank for this pour. We'll move this to Monday. Alright guys, I'm heading back to the shop. That pour I should say, took something from me. I was doing my best to record, but I was just getting flustered, and it was very stressful, and most of the time I can handle having this head cam bouncing on my head, but I just could not take it anymore. So I apologize. You didn't miss I didn't miss much. I was working as fast as I humanly could to get that down there and get it laid down nicely. The thing with the sand finish is you don't have any room for error. Broom, you can hide a lot of sins, but with exposed aggregate, or especially the sand finish, any hole, any divot, any bull float ridge, anything like that is going to show. So I'm a little nervous because I've never done such a light exposure. Like with the exposed aggregate, you have, the deeper down you go with the exposure, the more stuff you can hide because you're blowing more of the cream off of the surface. But with the sand finish, we're only washing off that top, maybe 1/8 of an inch. So that's why I want to wash it today. That way, if I have to, the power washer can blow off the top if there's some dry spots or something like that. So it's always a kind of a pit in your stomach until you get it done and see the whole thing looking good. But that's all a part of it. That's why it's concrete. It's why part of the reason we love it. It's an adrenaline rush constantly. Alrighty guys, just pulling back to the job. I got a good shower. Got some shorts on because it's a hot one. It's not sure when this video will be coming out, but it's kind of a heat wave all across the country right now, and we're supposed to have record-setting temperatures all weekend. And I'm tired of sweating in pants, so taking a little break. I don't like to wear shorts when I'm pouring, but if I'm just forming or cleaning up, I like shorts midsummer. So we're going to get it hopefully saw cut and start power washing. Alrighty, we just got all the lines chalked. I did a test cut, we're good to go. The soft cut is pretty amazing. I was a little worried to be too early, but I'm gonna get this cut. It's starting to rain, so I want to get all this cut before the rain washes away my marks. Alrighty, I just got all that cut. Set my, oh, I forgot one. Set my saw to 3/4 of an inch to cut the border. I knew there was no time we would have we'd have time to hand tool it. And I think it just looks better sometimes, especially on like a pool deck where you'll be barefoot, to just cut it. We just need a spot for the stain to have a hard stop. We're going to be beveling every joint, so chip out doesn't matter. It's kind of the benefit of beveling everything is you can cut early and not really stress unless it's crazy early. But if you have a trowel machine on there, you can pretty much cut right away. So I'm just going to broom off the majority of the dust, and then I'm going to start with a hose, and if that's not enough, we'll move to the power washer. Alright, just hooking up the hose. I'm going to start with this. I really don't like doing this just because it takes so long, but if you start with the power washer, and it's too aggressive, there's no going back. So we will start in an inconspicuous spot, so that if it's not looking good, we can change game plans. Don't want to start right front and center. I don't know what time it is. It feels like it's getting late. Yeah, 5:17. I'm just gonna roughly ballpark. It's gonna take 3 hours to wash this. It's not just washing it like you typically would think washing a patio. But I want to get it washed tonight. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. And if I'm not gonna sleep, might as well work. Alright, let's get this stuff away from the edge. Everybody did pretty good being careful today. We didn't have any major splashes or anything. That's what we're looking for right there. Huh. Maybe this is gonna work fine. 'Cause that was super light pressure. The water kind of breaks it down and loosens it up. Yep, that's what we're going for. Alright, this is working good. I'm gonna go get my muck boots on, because these are gonna get trashed. Alright, it's going great. We'll touch base in a bit. Alrighty guys, just finished up, wet everything down. Everything looks really good. I was a little off on my timing. It's 9:23, but that's okay. It always takes longer than expected. Learn something new from every job, and this is my first time doing the sand exposure, so I'm gonna go home, get some rest. We'll see you guys tomorrow for a full weekend of work. Alrighty, good morning guys. Welcome back to the video. Did a bunch of errands this morning, had to do a lot of running around, just leaving 8 Point, getting some pea stone for backfilling, some block for the shower that I'm laying, and some other supplies for some spot repair on the patio. So I am going to run around a lot today. It's going to be a little bit of work at each job. I'm not going to have too much energy. It's 76 right now, but the real feel is about to be 105 in 4 hours. So it's basically going to raise 30 degrees, 10 degrees an hour. So I'm just trying to pace myself, because we got a crazy week next week and I can't burn myself out. So just trying to stay productive on the weekend, stay moving, so I don't, my back doesn't tighten up, and we are way far behind schedule, but I don't want to get any further. So that's the plan. We'll see what the day brings. Alrighty, just dumped the pea stone. I'm gonna head and do a little bit of work on the patio, and then we will bring back the MT100, I think. I can't quite fit around the foundation with the full-size Kubota, but it's kind of annoying because it's gonna take me a long time with the MT. I might change my mind, but for right now, that's what I'm going with. Alrighty guys, we're at the patio job. I just got some patch material mixed up. It is just Portland, the same sand, the 2NS that we used. I went to the plant at Wilby's and got the same sand, same Portland, and the same color. This is light coal. Well, it's just coal that I made lightly. Trying to get close to a similar color. There was a leaf that got caught somewhere in the process, so we're going to patch this in there and then try to scatter some sand over top of it and blend this the best that we can. Then the sealer will really kind of do the rest. Just bring in a little bit of water to saturate the surface because you don't want to put on patch material dry, especially on a day like today. Looks pretty good. You can see kind of some of the cement on there from I only washed it once, so when we do the acid etch it'll even out much better. But you can see here we just got this small surface defect. Happens pretty much every job. You're gonna have something. Could have been in the truck, could have been on a tool, could have blown in. It's not really a way of telling. You just want to make sure that we get everything out. And anything that's loose, we want to just tear it out now. That looks pretty good. Just gonna wet the surface. It's called saturated surface dry. So if you ever see SSD on something you're trying to use, that's what it means. It's kind of a goofy name, but it means damp but not standing water. And it's gonna dry pretty quick today. It's already 80 or past 80. Big fan of this look though, super sharp. I'll get this patched, and that way tomorrow we can take some muriatic acid and finish etching it, get everything evened out. That's the crazy thing, is the winds are supposed to be crazy, like 70 to 80 miles an hour up north. I don't know if every state has this, but in Michigan when we say up north, at least we mean like up here. Up there's some really bad weather right now. Thankfully we're not getting any of it except the heat, but there are possible chance of tornadoes and stuff. Alright, so I just need a good base of cream, and then I'm going to sprinkle and push sand in to hopefully match. That's pretty good. I'm just going to take some sand. Want to really get them in there, that way it's kind of bonded down in there. And then we'll scrub it and average it out tomorrow with the muriatic acid. I think this is going to work great as long as the color is close, but I think it will be. Alrighty, just got the MT100 loaded up, heading to the next one. Wow, it is only 82 right now, but it is hot. Air is thick and kind of hard to breathe. Alrighty, here we go. Got this backfilled, got drain tile put in. 2 foot of pea stone everywhere. Built up extra high because it's going to settle down. We wanted to keep the swale going here, so this will settle back down. As soon as the builder's done framing it, we will come and tearing out that approach, pouring all this approach, pouring a sidewalk here with a curb so we can build this dirt back up. And then this project will be wrapped up. Just wrapped up here. I think I recorded a phone video because my batteries were all dead, and I found one on the passenger seat. a little disorganized as far as filming goes this weekend. It is heating up. It is pretty hot, but thankfully that job was back in the woods, so it wasn't too bad. Just operating the equipment. Homeowner's really happy, which is always a good thing. I'm gonna head back home, get some lunch, and then let the boys out for a bit. Go lay the block, and then maybe I'll take the boys for a swim in the pond. Okay guys, back at the shop. I just got some good lunch. Got the stuff I need loaded up to finish laying block. I'm gonna go do that. Should take, I don't know, I need rebar. Should take a couple hours and then I'll be done. It is scorching hot out there, so when I get back I think I'm gonna take the boys for a swim in the pond and take myself for a swim to cool down a little bit, and then probably just spend the rest of the night editing videos so that I can work tomorrow. Alright, I'm gonna grab that rebar and then we'll get heading to the job. Alrighty guys, that was a lot more work. It took a lot longer than I thought. It is 9:50 just pulling back to the shop. Unfortunately, was not able to go swimming with the boys, but we got the block job done. I'll throw a picture up here. So this is going to be a shower in the barn. So it's gonna look pretty cool. They're gonna paint it all. So they just wanted a really industrial look, something that was durable and strong and a little bit simpler than doing a full-on tile shower or something like that. So it's perfect for a pole barn. They're happy and I'm tired. I pushed through the heat today and I'm kind of nauseous, but I'm gonna try eating some dinner and get a little bit of rest, and we'll pick back up strong tomorrow morning. See you guys then. Alrighty guys, good morning. I'm already sweating just from loading up the truck. It is currently 97 out. The real feel is, I think, about 105, so gonna have to be a little careful. I don't usually say that, but it's total direct sun in the backyard, so it'll be nice because I'm gonna be power washing, and I got my sun hat, so it'll stay shaded as possible. Just need to stay hydrated. I'm gonna get the lower patio area prepped, and then if I have the motivation, I'm gonna do a muriatic acid wash on the pool deck. But I have a feeling I might get a little burnt out, so need to be fresh for tomorrow so we can pour. And it's not like I'm going to be sealing anything today anyway. You don't want to seal when it's this hot. So we're just going to play it by ear and see how the day goes. 100 degrees on a Sunday. This is when you really got to push through. Alrighty guys, just got to the job. I'm going to kind of touch base as we go. I don't think my head cam will sit very well on this hat, and I don't need any extra weight. I'm going to leave my phone and everything in the truck so they're not moving around in my basketball shorts. Just going to power through and get as much done as possible. Alrighty guys, just finished prepping. We got it ready. I need to write down the measurements. My phone overheated. I'm going to head to the block job pickup and then head home for the day. Alrighty guys, back at the shop. Cleaned up the block job. All good there. It is still getting hotter. Temperature seems to be climbing, so I'm gonna just tinker around the shop, get everything loaded up and ready for the week, get a little bit of rest, call it a early day on a Sunday, and we'll see you guys bright and early for the next stage of the backyard patio project. We are going to pour the regular patio area, but it's just going to be Cam, Luke, and I, and Luke's driving the buggy. His back is still kind of not fully back. Chelsea is out of town and Eli's on vacation, so gonna have to step up again, and yeah, it's kind of crazy, but we're just gonna do it. There's not really any other option. We'll see you guys bright and early for some mud. Alrighty, good morning guys. We're back at the job. Just after 5:30, the guys will be here around 6, and concrete will be here at 6:30. I got pretty much everything prepped yesterday. I'm just going to kind of go through the pour, make sure we're 100% good to go. I need to set grade stakes yet, and kind of stage the pouring tools. But other than that, should be pretty much good to go. I got a lot of prep done yesterday, so fresh out of coffee, already finished it, and it should be a good day. No rain predicted, so I shouldn't have to stress about that, because this is under the deck, so if it rains, it drips in between the boards, and that's an absolute nightmare. So thankfully we won't have to worry about that. Just gotta do a lot of finishing by myself again, but there's nothing new there. So okay, let's go. brought some plywood because the buggy is bound to get stuck in the sugar sand and I don't want any issues. Because we're pouring early, I think the whole project will be in the shade, which is very helpful. Not having different spots that are curing differently. So we got this pour, and we have a set of kind of a steps area here, and then we'll be done messing with this stupid fence. Good enough for the truck, or trucks. We got 2 trucks coming. It measures to 14.5, I think, and I'm getting 16 just to be safe. So I got this area prepped yesterday. Got expansion up, dowels drilled. I just need to put the dowels in. Kind of got something funky going on. Everything is level here coming out, and then here it is going to be like a diamond kind of. So the water is going to divert to this swale, but then this pool deck's pitching this way, so this will also divert to the swale. So right here and right there are kind of the spots that had me a little nervous. It's just very small pitch, and it's likely a spot to have puddles, so I just have to be extra careful and hit it a couple extra times. I'm probably gonna have to knee ski this whole patio because there's not really a good way to get broom marks behind the pillars. I ate my Wheaties though, I'll be fine. It's just Luke's back's still messed up, so he probably can't broom, because brooming actually kind of takes a little toll on your back reaching way out there. So, and I don't, nothing against Cam, but he's not experienced enough to broom, so I'm gonna be like doing a couple passes on the knee skis, hopping off, brooming, and then just kind of going back and forth and back and forth. Only problem with that is it's very slow, so, well, you go as fast as you can, but it just takes a while. So by the time you get to the end, if you didn't pour properly, like in the right order, you're gonna be scrambling. I got everything taped, mainly for the sealer, honestly. I'm just gonna be spraying a good coat, and I hate misting cultured stone or having to be super slow and careful with it. It's just really annoying. Hornet. We also need to find that adjustable tip. I don't know where it could have gone. Oh, we do? Alright. And that's the top stop? I'd say if we have half of a jug, we're fine. That'll be push. Go in there and push back to me. We'll go right in front of the buggy. Alright, now help me push it. Yep. As soon as you're done with that, Luke, give this a good wet down, please. Cam wanting to get pouring tools. We need 4 poles with a small bowl float. We're gonna work our way back here, and then this will be separate. They're pouring some mud over there. Ours should be here any minute. Oh, it's a big driveway to pour. Can't remember how many yards it is. There's our truck. Hey Cam, where's a black cam float? Morning. 6. Try and pull the wire as he's dumping so we don't have to spend too much time after. I'll do that right as I'm screeding and you'll keep dumping Luke. Yeah. We'll just lean it against the wall and scoot back as we go. Nice pour on a Monday. Pull me down a little bit, Cam. I'm a little high on my left. I got a lot of mud on the ground and I can't do anything with it. I need a couple more dumps so I can get a pad somewhere. Alrighty guys, battery died and the backup battery in my pocket was completely soaking wet. Luke's got all this edged. I've bolt folded this about 3 times, just crossing up the different directions. I'm gonna finish edging here, throw a joint in where it's likely to crack, and then hop out there on skis and start hitting it. Whatever the dispatcher put in here is totally saving the day. It's kind of just sitting here, which is exactly what I wanted. So, still a lot of time left where things could get hectic, but so far it's been pretty easy. Not easy, I should not say that. That was a lot of work screeding, but it's still wet, so we're okay. Alrighty, might be a little early, but I'm gonna hop out and hit at least along the house and around these columns. Probably gonna have to hit this at least once or twice, or at least once, obviously, but probably at least twice. Yeah, that's perfect timing. Rather be early than late. We do have the trowel machine if worse came to worse. Push, yep. Alright, go right here. Just right in front of the pillar, centered on it. Tip it as low as you can go. There you go. Okay. Money. There we go. Alrighty, there we go. That was a tough one. Oh, that buggy's still buried, isn't it? Yeah. Alright. I'll bring the skid steer over with the forks and we can lift it out. I need to go home and take a shower. These pants are covered in concrete from being on my hands and arms and stuff. My legs are burning a bit, we'll say that. We got the buggy stuck. Come on over here. Lift up that latch on top of the fork. Lift up what? That latch on top of the fork. There you go. Do the other one. Set that hook down. You're gonna need both hands. Pick the Yep. Now you want to lift the entire weight of it so it's kind of floating in air, and scoot it in a little bit. If you try to like manhandle it, you'll just fight yourself. All right, let's try that. Am I coming through? Yeah. Okay. Alright, Cam and I are going to get this sidewalk area prepped for the morning. I wanted to do prep tomorrow morning and pour at like 10, but concrete said no, so we're going to get it prepped now. I like those 6:30 pours. I don't like pouring in the middle of the day. Alright, so tomorrow will just be one truck at 7. And then I don't know the rest of the week. I'll just have to touch base with you, and if you can get me, cool. If not, we'll just wait. But I'll talk to you in the morning. Thanks, Chris. All right, bye. All right, we'll touch base in a bit when we get this prepped. We're just gonna throw down some gravel, throw down some forms. Nothing too special there. Alrighty, here we go. Got that formed up. Oh wow, it is another hot day. Need to get step forms. Right here is going to be a step up. That'll be a full step form, and so will the backside. And then we'll just dig that trench and let it go deep so that there's no erosion underneath. Cam's just finishing up the electrical trench for the conduit, and I actually prepped this over the weekend, but we'll finish prepping this in the morning. I gotta get going for the day though. I need to go get sealer so I can come back and throw a coat of sealer on here on what we poured this morning, and drop equipment off, get ready for the next job at a different site, and then come back here tonight and saw cut. Alrighty, just got back to the shop, changed clothes, got the MT100 to bring it down to that job. I just need to go fuel up and buy some sealer from 8 Point. And then I'm going to head down and just get a little bit of work done at the next job. And then I'm gonna have to head back up and seal and saw cut because it's a hot one today. Alrighty guys, just got to the next job. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna get done. I'm just going to kind of start tearing out the concrete and see what it looks like. If it's not bad, I'll take a load back to the shop and then call that it for the day, because we can crank tomorrow. Once we have gravel, we can get things compacted. That way there's not gonna be a sloppy mess in case it rains. So I'm just gonna get the machine down and we'll see what the current concrete. We have a pretty big front sidewalk with 2 sets of steps, a front porch with a porch cap, so footings, block, fill that with pea stone, then pour the cap, and then a really big backyard exposed aggregate patio. So really excited for this project. It's gonna totally kind of transform this house, and that's part of why I love my job. So this is the project. Back here is the big patio, so that'll be all the way out like that, and then we're stopping right at that Bilco. And then on the front, this is a little less concrete but a little more work. We're going to be tearing kind of all this out here. You can see what we got going on here, and then a nice little stoop right there. So this is the concrete we got to take out. Looks pretty heaved. I think it'll come apart pretty easy. Alright, that went pretty well. Got a full load taken out. Ground seems pretty good, pretty sandy, so if we do get some rain, shouldn't be the end of the world. I'm just gonna tape this off. I doubt they actually use it still, but just in case they do, it'd be a bad morning. As for the stone delivery, I was gonna take this back to the shop, but I'm actually kind of close to the dump, so I'm gonna Google it and see how far I am. 10 minutes, perfect. One less load dumping at my shop. Alrighty, just pulled up to the pit. They had a cooler full of Gatorades and waters. That's a first. Holy cow. I thought I had a big pile of concrete at my shop. The camera, I'm sure, does not do this justice, but that's probably about 1,000 yards, 1,000 or 2,000 yards of concrete right there, piled up. All right, hopefully this dumps. Oh yeah. Alrighty, just got that load dumped. Gonna head back to the shop now. Back at the shop, we're gonna get the soft cut so we can go make some soft cuts. I also need to see how much silent cure I have. I only got one jug. Well, that went quick. Went through 10 jugs. Alright, I better call 8 Point and order more. I talked them into carrying it. I said, if you guys get this, I will buy a lot of it from you. So it'll save about 40 minutes every time we need to order more. I'm just a little hesitant to order a ton of them because a lot of the sealers only have a 1 year shelf life, or at least that's what they say. But with sealer, I don't like to risk it. But I don't want to buy a pallet, which I think is like 40 or 50, and not go through it and then waste sealer. It's not the most economical, but I'm just gonna keep buying 10 at a time, which you still get a volume discount. Alrighty, just got back up to the job. Alright. I'm gonna leave the camera off. Last time I did it, the wind blew and covered the camera lens. And I don't want that because stuff will probably etch the plastic in there. It was Silent Cure that did it before, but this Everclear is a little more potent, so I'm gonna get the patio sealed. We'll touch base after I seal it. Alrighty guys, just finished up saw cutting, power washing. It's a little after 8 o'clock. Show you guys what we got. Sealed it, cut it, power washed it. So water's beating up and sitting on the surface because the sealer's still 100% obviously. And I cut these diamonds around there. It's kind of a commercial detail, but I thought it would look kind of decorative on this. Overall, looks great. I'm gonna call it a day. We'll see you guys back at the job probably around 5:30 or 6. See you guys bright and early. Alrighty, good morning guys. Back at the job. I did not sleep very well last night, but I'm going to power through today. I think I'm exhausted or something. I don't know. I just tossed and turned all night, but it's not that big of a pour, so got about 1 hour and 10 till mud. I just need to get those step forms in. The guys are going to get wire and rebar in. We'll plastic off the house, get it poured, and then I'm probably going to take a nap so that I can head to the next job later today. But it's kind of the last stretch because then we got some rain coming and it's going to kind of force me to take a little bit of a break. So got a little bit of gas left in the tank, just got to power through. Alright, concrete's obviously here. Gonna start pouring. Goodbye dry clothes. So humid out still. It's a little juice. That looks like a good 6, but we've been struggling this week, so. What's that? No, we're just concrete guys, so we did that last week. And then next week's the driveway.
How many yards is that?
100, 110, I haven't measured it yet. Not again. Got him. That's 6 for this job. It's not really important, it's just to stop it from sliding down the hill. Seven. That was a deer fly. Pull that stake cam on the inside. About a wheelbarrow. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm gonna get this bowl floated, get the easy trowel on there so it's activated, and then we'll get that poured down there. A little easier having Luke out on the buggy. I'm having them start the step just to get that kind of filled up and starting to set a little bit. I don't know the high for today. 90s, I know. Should be the last real hot day for a bit, I think, because then it's gonna rain tomorrow, or this afternoon actually. These horseflies are unreal. Never seen this many at a job. I'm going to change directions just to keep it a little unique here. Not now, horseflies. Got to focus on brooming. Just going to get a drink of water and we'll finish up that bottom step. Alright, I'm gonna get it sealed and then get out of here for the day. I am exhausted. Cam, I need my pouch, hammer, and power tools please loaded up. So I'm using Everclear on all this stuff. The front sidewalk will be Everclear, and then the driveway is going to be Silent Cure. So hopefully they don't look too different, but I personally think this decorative sealer is better for stuff like this, and the Silent Cure is no question better for the driveway. Once he gets his... Oh, you're maxed out? I thought it was a long piece. Hold on. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Throw it up in there. 3, 2, 1. Nice. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to the next job. Yeah. Yep. We got to think about what shouldn't get rained on, because it's going to rain the next couple days probably. So if there's any tools that, like stakes, need to be put up on higher ground so they don't get buried. Alrighty guys, just got everything picked up. Should be good for the rain tomorrow. I'm going to be here stripping forms and just kind of taking a look at it, but I just wanted to get as much picked up as we could. Everything looks really good, as you guys saw. I'm going to head back to the shop, reconvene, and then head to the other job we started yesterday. Alrighty guys, plans kind of changed. My day is kind of screwed up now, so I'm gonna call this a wrap for the video. Not sure how many days of pouring we got in this one. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one.